I'm Laura Nalbandian. I am the owner and coordinator of NORWAC, the Northwest Astrological Conference. You can find us at www.norwac.net. You'll find the schedule of events. You'll find the speakers. You'll find NORWAC recordings throughout our history. And of course, you'll find the registration button, which of course you can use anytime you wish. Today, I'm talking with my friend and colleague, Kira Sutherland.
Yay.
Yay. And I'm up here at my cabin. There's a fire burning in the fireplace, but it is very, very cold. So you hear all the snap, crackle, pop of the fire going on. So that's what that is. So let me tell you a little bit about Kira. She is a highly experienced and award-winning naturopath, nutritionist, and herbalist, and a medical astrologer living in Australia. She divides her time between clinical practice and writing, lecturing on these subjects, and is known and loved for her vibrant, straightforward teaching style. She has lectured around the world and runs many online workshops and courses. In private practice for over 25 years, Kira combines her vast knowledge of healing with her passion for medical astrology into a wonderful mix of mind-body medicine. And she can be found at www.astrologyofhealth.com. Oh, I love seeing you. It's so fabulous.
I know, it's so good to see you.
Kira and I have done work together along with Kelly Surtees up here at my cabin. And we had plans before things kind of went south and people were moving and going different places, and then COVID hit, and maybe someday we'll be able to get back to doing that because that was a whole lot of fun. But in the meantime, why don't you tell us a little bit about your lectures? We have one on Saturday, May 29th, and the dates of the conference are May 27th through the 31st. If I haven't said that, she'll be lecturing on the 29th on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So all times on the schedule are in Pacific Daylight Time. And her first lecture is called The Elements of Health. So Kira, tell us all about, or a little bit about, or whatever you'd like to tell us about.
Yeah. Okay. So Elements of Health it's a very favorite lecture of mine, although I've vastly updated it from prior times, and it's really looking at the basics of the four elements but as far as medical astrology goes, so looking at the body and how it operates with earth, fire, air, and water, and just your different elemental makeup within your chart or your balance, and then looking at diet and foods and activities that you can use to nourish your elements that are either out of control, too high, which some of us might have, or those elements that are very depleted or missing in your chart. So it's a practical class. There's theory. We go into a little bit of traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic ideas of the elements, and we compare that to Western astrological medicine. And then we have a play with kind of looking at charts and a few people's charts, and giving you some great ideas as to actually what to do. I really love this lecture because it's practical, and you will go away with lots of things you can actually easily implement.
And anyone can come into this lecture because everyone, of course, has their own natal chart and might be really interested in finding personal information for themselves about their own charts and how to feed or their elements in their chart, or to elevate elements that appear to be lacking in some way, right?
Absolutely. And it's a class. I really like this class because a beginner could take it and not feel overwhelmed astrologically, but quite an advanced astrologer is still going to find, often we don't look, a lot of astrologers don't look at the medical side of things. So this is a great beginning way to look at your chart health-wise. So I love it. It's a really fun lecture, full of info, lots of lists for you to go away and do stuff with.
And I think even for an astrologer like myself, who is not actually interested in doing medical astrology, because I believe, someone like you who has the training and the knowledge and the years of experience, I prefer to leave it to you and refer clients to you. But I think that I could walk away with a few things, or the average astrologer could walk away with a few things that we could actually give tips to our clients without venturing too far into medical astrology.
Oh yeah, this is an absolutely safe lecture as far as
Right.
medical knowledge and implementation goes. So yes, this is a great lecture for people that are doing readings, for people that just want to say, hey, let's have a look at these elements and look at some. I go into a lot of activities, whether it's sports or swimming or meditation or, the lifestyle things that you can do with your elements, as well as food. So both of those are safe. You're not going to get yourself in trouble. It's not recommending herbs or supplements or stuff like that. Yeah, it's a safe side to medical astrology because it can be really dangerous. I agree.
Yes. That is my position.
Very
That's
much agree.
why I would rather leave it to the professionals to do. So your
Yeah.
second lecture is on Sunday, May 30th, also at 4:30 Pacific Daylight Time. And this one is called Your Natal Health Story. So what does that mean?
Right. So this again, this is a combination of looking at it's looking at your natal chart like a blueprint. I really think of that natal chart as, the instructions you were given the moment you incarnated. And so it's looking at, how I actually kind of pull apart charts when I'm reading for people. So it actually goes through the steps that I assess before someone actually comes to see me. So it is kind of that step-by-step look at how to take a good overview of the blueprints of what somebody has. It's not so much a class that's going to tell you what to do with it, but it's going to tell you the important things that you want to focus on. And it's got some traditional technique, and it's got a lot of, I'm more of a modern astrologer that loves, you can't not be a little bit traditional with astrology where it came from, but I operate more on that modern bent, but it's got both sides to how to look at an actual natal chart. So it's good instruction for pulling it apart.
And what I've noticed over the last probably 2 or 3 years, medical astrology is having its moment.
Oh my God, it's booming. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's exciting.
We've had more
Yeah.
lectures at NORWAC over the last few years on medical astrology than we ever have, and they've been wildly popular.
Yeah, which is fun. I mean, I practice, as I call it, regular astrology, but my forte is I only lecture on medical astrology. Pretty much 95% of the reads I do are medical because I have that interchange between naturopathy and medical astrology. But it's exciting. I think people are really interested in their health. I mean, the last 2 years, people are scared about their health. And, medical astrology isn't about the big, scary, this is the bad stuff that's going to happen to you. That would be unethical to be saying that to people, right? Medical astrology is not predictive of what, at least the way I do it, it's not, there's a lot of ethics that you have to be really cautious with medical astrology. You can scare people, you could say the wrong thing. And I don't operate from that. I operate much more like medical astrology. Let's look at your constitutional strengths and weaknesses that you were gifted and how to support that and what's going on in your health now. And let's find it in the chart or the transits and talk about some remediation of what to do. But again, I'm a practitioner that's got, I've got my license and my insurance, and, I'm never going to recommend stuff that's a little bit scary. I'm super cautious. As you need to be.
As you should be. And I respect that in you for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing. I just want to say thank you very much for sharing your lectures, and that everybody can go to www.norwac.net, look up the speakers. We have added workshops. The schedule is there, and you can register for the conference and come see Kira at NORWAC in May. So thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you someday.